April 14th, 1912. The Atlantic seemed perfectly calm. Before dawn, everything would change. She was the largest ship afloat, a masterpiece of human ambition. No one imagined her final voyage. Passengers enjoyed a peaceful night. Everything felt perfectly ordinary. None expected what awaited ahead. But this story began years before, in the shipyards of Belfast, where an impossible dream took shape. Nations competed for the Atlantic. Bigger ships mount greater prestige. A remarkable vision was born.
White Star dreamed even bigger. 3 extraordinary liners were planned. Titanic would become the greatest.
Construction began in 1909. Thousands of hands shaped her future. Every rivet carried remarkable purpose. More than 15,000 worked together. Day after day, the ship grew. Titanic slowly became a giant. People stood in quiet amazement. Nothing this large had sailed before. Titanic inspired the entire world.
The launch was only the beginning. Months of careful work remained. Titanic slowly came to life.
Luxury surrounded every passenger. Nothing on board felt ordinary. Titanic became a floating palace.
Every test proved a success. Confidence spread even further. The world admired Titanic. Excitement spread across Britain. Titanic captured the world's imagination. Her maiden voyage was finally near.
April 10th, 1912. Titanic finally began her voyage. Thousands gathered to say goodbye.
Moments after departure, danger appeared. Another ship drifted toward Titanic. A collision was narrowly avoided. Queenstown marked the final stop. New passengers carried hopeful dreams. Then Titanic turned toward the Atlantic.
Ireland slowly disappeared behind them. Only the Atlantic stretched ahead. The great crossing had truly begun. Life aboard felt wonderfully peaceful. Passengers embraced every quiet moment. No one sensed what lay ahead.
April 14th began in perfect calm. Life aboard followed its gentle rhythm. No danger could yet be seen.
The first iceberg warning arrived. Wireless operators copied every word. The voyage quietly continued.
More warnings soon followed. Ships reported increasing fields of ice. Titanic continued at full speed.
The warnings reached the bridge. Officers carefully reviewed the reports. Titanic continued on her course. Night settled over the Atlantic. The sea became strangely calm. The lookouts searched the darkness. The night grew noticeably colder. Titanic entered icy northern waters. Still, the voyage continued calmly. 2 lookouts watched in silence. The horizon revealed almost nothing. Every shadow demanded attention. A dark shape emerged ahead. An enormous iceberg came into view. The bridge was warned immediately.
Iceberg, right ahead!
The bridge reacted without hesitation. Every second suddenly mattered. The ship began to turn.
The iceberg scraped the starboard hull. Steel buckled beneath the pressure. Titanic had been mortally wounded. Below deck, the damage was hidden. Freezing seawater rushed inside. The race against time had begun.
Engineers inspected the flooded compartments. The damage spread farther than expected. Every minute became more critical. The damage was carefully examined. Too many compartments were flooding. The outcome became unmistakable.
The inspection confirmed the worst. The ship could not remain afloat. Difficult decisions now awaited. Urgent radio messages were transmitted. Nearby ships were asked to respond. Hope now traveled across the Atlantic.
Emergency preparations quietly began. Most passengers remained unaware. Time was becoming increasingly precious.
The crew prepared the lifeboats. Everything remained calm and orderly. The emergency was only beginning. Passengers were quietly awakened. Most believed it was only a precaution. The night still felt surprisingly calm. The ship slowly began to change. More passengers sensed something was wrong. The night grew increasingly uncertain.
The first lifeboats were prepared. Women and children boarded first. Many still believed the ship was safe.
The first lifeboats left the ship. Many seats remained unfilled. Few realized how little time remained. Music continued through the night. It brought comfort to those nearby. Order still held across the deck. The pace of the evacuation increased. More passengers understood the danger. Every passing minute now mattered. The bow sank steadily beneath the sea. The stern rose higher into the night. The final moments had begun. The ship reached its greatest angle. Its structure could no longer endure. The end was only moments away. The great liner slipped beneath the sea. Silence returned to the Atlantic. Its story would never be forgotten. The ocean grew silent once again. The lifeboats drifted through the freezing night. Hope now rested on a distant rescue. With dawn came a distant ship. Rescue had finally arrived. A tragedy became a story the world would never forget. Carpathia reached New York. The survivors had finally returned home. But the tragedy would never be forgotten. The ship was gone. Its story still inspires the world. Titanic will never be forgotten.